friends. How are you? Today I am going to work in my reading journal. So we are finished with January and I want to get this all set up. So I do have my book covers printed out and we're just going to kind of walk through and I will show you what I do at my end of the month. Um, so we are going to start out with favorite monthly reads. So this was a tough decision to make, but I decided on You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. And I think my measurements are a little bit off, but that's okay. We've got a little bit of room to work with, so not a big deal. I think it's 2.25 and I wrote 2.5. And anyways, I do go on Goodreads and save images of the book covers, and then I upload that into my uh, Cricut design space, and that way I can print them out and get it the size that I want. Um, to be read, I do have You Shouldn't Have Come Here, so that is a win to already be marking off one of my books in my to be read list. Reading tracker, I'm going to come back to this one and then we can color them in. And let's see. So on here, I already have gone through and wrote down all of the books that I read as well as the ratings. So I'm going to take this to color in the book covers. So with the book covers, I have decided to go with the star ratings, and then we're going to come back to that in just a moment. We are going to work through the 100 book tracker. So I printed out on my Cricut the numbers 1 through 100 because that is what my goal is, and that is how many boxes I have here. So this month I read 1, 2. I'm trying to use up some of these smaller boxes since they're single numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I read 10 books this month. So there are all 10 numbers, and I'm going to stick this back to the back of the book. And in the back here, I have all of my books that I've read. So I've already written down all of my books. So let's go back up to the front here. We've got that done. And then got January. So what I did is I marked off the days in a different color marker on what I read. So some books would take me 2 days, which a lot of them did take me 2 days, some a little bit longer than that. The only book that I did not finish was 18 Millimeter Blues, which it was not the thriller I was expecting. Okay, so here are all of the book covers. Now this one of our own by Lucinda Berry. This one was an audio book only, so it is available on Audible. So let's go ahead and get these down. Let's see, should I put them in the order of which I read them? Or does it matter? Okay, let's see. So the first book I read was Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. This one I rated a 3-star. It was not my favorite Colleen Hoover book. It wasn't bad, but it definitely was not my favorite. So there's that one. The next one I read was Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. And this one was good. I rated it a 4-star. And when I do my book journal, I don't write about the books. I probably should, but I figure if I have to do too much work, it takes the fun out of it for me, and then I'm not likely to follow through. So therefore, I just don't do any actual reviews other than just a star rating. Okay, the next book that I read, I guess Middle of the Night was after, but Leather and Lark. This one is the second book to Butcher and Blackbird. They are definitely, well, this one wasn't as graphic as far as the gore compared to Butcher and Blackbird, but it is definitely more of that gory horror than it is just the suspense thriller that I tend to read. Okay, the next book is, let's see, This Girl, which is the third book to the Slam series from Colleen Hoover. So this is the second Colleen Hoover book of the month. This one, I gave it a 4-star, but really I think it's closer to a 3-star. It was not a bad book by any means, but if you've read the first 2 Slammed stories, this is just basically his perspective, so it's kind of retelling the same things. So that's why I say it kind of should have been a 3-star, just because it wasn't as intriguing, but it wasn't bad. Okay. And then I read Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. And this one, so I've read all of Nicholas Sparks' books, and this is his newest one that was just released in September. And it was sadly my least favorite of all of his books. It just was a little slow, I thought, compared to some of his other ones. Not bad, but was not my favorite. Okay, and then let's see, that's 5. And then I read Home is Where the Bodies Are. So this one, it was a toss-up. So I read 2 Geneva Rose books this month. So the first one was Home is Where the Bodies Are, and the second one was You Shouldn't Have Come Here, and it was a toss-up on which one of those 2 were my favorite. I did rate them both a 4-star, and it really was a toss-up on which one was my favorite. I am kind of harsh when it comes to my ratings. I don't tend to rate books a 5-star. I don't know why, but I don't. I just don't do it. So, yeah. Anyways, the next book I read, or this one I listened to, was One of Our Own. And this one was kind of a short story from Lucinda Berry. And I do like her books. Some of them are very there's a lot of trigger warnings, I feel, in her books, but this one was not one of those. It was easy to listen to. The ending was slightly predictable, but not bad. I did rate that one 4 stars as well. Let's see. You Shouldn't Have Come Here. That one, again, is a 4-star rating. Let's see. I'm messing up my lines here because of One of Our Own being a audiobook. That's the word I was looking for. An audiobook, it's sized differently, so it's just throwing me off. Okay, You Shouldn't Have Come Here. So this one had a twist at the end that I was not expecting, and I think that's why I gave it a higher rating than Home is Where the Bodies Are, only because, or not a higher rating, but one for my favorite book of the month over Home is Where the Bodies Are, because that one I kind of predicted the ending of it, and so that's why I chose this one. Now, 18 Millimeter Blues, this one I read the story or the summary on it. Sounded pretty good. It was very slow. I made it through about a third of the book, and then I just had to stop because it was not getting any better. It was not getting any faster pace or anything like that. It said it was a thriller. It was not. If you've read the whole thing through, tell me if I need to give it another chance or to just give up on it. It is a book that I own, so it's not like one that I checked out from the library. However, if it's not any good, then I'd rather get rid of the book. No sense in holding on to it if it wasn't that great. So I will come back in real quick and color in these stars. Now with these stars, last year I just colored them in with colored pencil, but I think this year I'm going to use a yellow mild liner. Okay, so I've got my little cheat sheet here on my book tracker. So Without Merit, this one's a 3-star. And no, I don't need my stars to be colored in perfect, just colored in. Okay, and then 4-star for Middle of the Night. Sorry, you can probably hear my diffuser going in the background. Okay, Leather and Lark. This one I gave the 4-star. And then this girl, I gave that one a 4-star as well. I don't usually do half stars, but maybe I'll just do a half star. And then Counting Miracles, 3-star. then home is where the bodies are. That one we're going with 4-star. How many books did you read for the month of January? Did you reach your monthly goal? Do you set a monthly goal? I would love to know your thoughts, your opinions, your feedback, all the things. All right, one of our own, 4-star. What is your favorite genre to read? Do you like reading thriller, suspense? All right, you shouldn't have come here. Going with 4-star on this one. And this one, we're going with 1-star. And then the reappearance of Rachel Price. This one is Holly Jackson's 5th book, 6th book, something like that. And it's my least favorite. I read all of her books. It's my least favorite. There just was something in it, and I don't want to give it away just because, in case you want to read it. There's just something in it that didn't make sense, and I wish I could talk to the author to get clarification. If you've read it, message me, comment below, because I would love to talk to you about it, bounce some ideas off, that kind of thing, just to maybe it will help my rating if I have answers. So, anyways, I have a goal to read 100 books, and I'm getting there. This was 10 down, so 90 more to go, which sounds insane, but we are only at the beginning of the year, so I've got plenty of time. Okay, so let me get my mild liners here. So I wrote down on here 1-star is lavender. I didn't rate anything 2 stars. 3 stars is going to be summer green. Okay. 4 stars is violet. Okay, and no 5 stars. Okay, so now we are just going to color them in. And I think I'm just going to start with the order and work my way across. So let's go with, oops. And apparently when you've got things underneath here with all these different stickers, it makes it a little challenging. And we've got 4, 4, 4, and then there's another 3. And then 4, 4, 4, 1, and 3. So last year when I did my bookshelf, I colored it in by the, let's see, what did I do? The genre. And it was a little boring because I already know what genres I read. So this way I can kind of see what kind of ratings I'm giving books. Okay, that's my 1-star, and then the rest of these are going to be 4 stars. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So these are going to be my. And I'm not going to put the titles of the books in. I'm just going to leave it with the color of the book. And we'll see how it turns out at the very end of the year. think the bad thing with markers or highlighters is that you get all the lines and it's not perfect. But you know what? That's okay. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just supposed to be fun. So yeah, that is all the updates that we have so far. Um, I did join a virtual book club, so that's kind of fun. There's the first meeting tomorrow on Zoom, so looking forward to that. But yeah, so that's it for this month, and looking forward to reading some more books next month. If you have any recommendations, please comment below. If you have a reading journal that you are working on YouTube or Instagram, leave the link below. I would love to follow along with you. All right, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.